Hey, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Who Invited Her. We are San Diego's longest running LGBTQ podcast. LGBTQ culture pod.
Blah, 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 blah,
I
blah.
smell burnt toast.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Oh,
I
no.
can't take it right now.
I know. Oh, yeah. We're here for another week. I am your host, Tony. I'm here with my other host.
I'm Daddy Bear Eric.
And she's here, too.
Your lesser host, Bryn.
No.
It's true.
No.
I know my place.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us for another week. You know what? I'm going to do things a little different this week. You know, you can find us on Instagram at Who Invited Her.
Are we done?
Yeah, we're
Wow.
done. Who Invited Her _podcast. Go and follow us there. And on TikTok, actually. I've been trying to post more on there. Also, hit the subscribe button if you're watching us on YouTube so you can see our lovely faces and all of that good stuff. And just thank you for still listening to us after all this time. Shout out to, I went to Moe's in Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
If you guys are not reading his essays, go read them.
I read some of them.
Away from home.
I was
really
reading
good.
the one about pride. Like,
Oh, you were?
Yeah.
They're really, really good.
Yeah.
Go check them out. I know on our website we have a link to it. But yeah, I wanted to give him a shout out because he listened to the last week's and I went to Moe's this week and he was like, the last week's show, you guys did such a good job. Good job. I was like, thank
Really?
you. Yeah. He's so cool. I love him.
I like
Yeah.
that.
If you go to Moe's here in San Diego, go check out and say hi to Pablo.
Yeah, he's so nice.
Yeah. How have you guys been? And
I just
what's
love that
going
we're
on?
doing personal shout outs on the show.
Why
not?
not?
For like
It's our freaking
establishments
show.
or like other podcasts. We're like, here's an individual person
Why
that
not?
I like.
If I think they're cool and I like them, why not give them a shout out?
Agreed.
Everybody
You
should
know,
know them. Yeah.
That's what the platform is for, us to be able to do what we
Whatever
want.
the fuck
Yes.
we want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, we did. We're recording on a weekday because this weekend I just ended up busy. I went and saw Barbie, which we're going to get to. Ooh. Eric did too. We have a lot to say about that. But it was like, you know what? I had a question I wanted to start off like the show with you guys.
Yeah.
Because this whole week, so work has been stressful. I know it has been for Eric.
Yeah.
There's been just such news that is just not the happiest.
Yeah.
So my thoughts for you, do you guys have like a morning routine to start like your day every day?
Yeah.
Like, what do you do, Eric?
So first thing I do is I make coffee, but I don't drink it right away.
Are you still doing the bullet?
Yeah, I do bulletproof coffee, but I have water with salt so that I like bring my electrolyte levels up, and then I immediately go outside and I walk a block and a half, and I look up into the sky into the blue light to get the like light into my eyes.
I also do that.
It helps me sleep better at night.
Wait, go back to the salt and water. Doesn't that just make you shit?
No.
You know,
No.
I would say that that's good, even if it did.
Yeah.
Like just regular.
You have to
regular
do sea salt.
Sea salt.
Sea
Okay.
salt because you get like potassium
Table salt.
and iron. So you bring up your electrolytes, which
Iron?
are
I have an iron deficiency.
Oh,
so
well,
I
there you
should do
go.
that.
So have a little
Wait,
salt in the
don't you?
morning.
You were taking supplements.
No,
for
I don't. I don't have
okay.
an iron deficiency.
I have an iron
Me too.
deficiency. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have a little salt in the morning because
Okay.
you've had like all those
I know
hours,
that.
especially if you don't eat breakfast right away. And,
don't.
And
I
then
don't.
they say don't have your coffee for 90 minutes because it's something with your adrenal glands. I forget
Oh,
what it is.
really?
Yeah.
Look at that. Look at Mr. Dr. Eric showing up today.
Learning.
And then I do my daily journal. I do a gratitude journal. Thank
That's
you
good.
to
Yeah.
our psychic on the show.
Diana, we need
Diana.
to get her.
Diana.
Yes.
Like,
Oh,
I
do
just told someone to go to Diana, a friend of mine
Yeah.
that's going through some stuff. We should do a Diana read again and then come back.
I feel like I'm
Yeah.
ready
Me
again.
too. I
need
am
another one.
ready.
It's
Yeah.
so weird, Eric, you brought that up because I have really been thinking about contacting Diana
Me
lately.
too.
Yeah.
Isn't that strange? And she even told me on the last reading I had, she's like, "You'll know when it's time."
She said
You'll
the
know
same
that's
thing.
when
She said it
it's
to
time.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
Weird
time.
that we're all at the same time.
We're on the
Yeah.
same cycle, you guys.
We should do it though, and then come and
Yeah.
talk about it again. That was a
that
good
was
episode.
fun.
Yeah.
Very powerful.
So that's
Yeah.
my morning routine.
Okay. What
Yeah.
about you, Bryn?
Ours is similar.
Okay.
I wake up. I have hot water with lemon and cayenne,
Okay.
and then just to sort of kickstart.
Yeah.
And then whether or not I have Flynn, if I have my daughter, we'll go out and we'll look right into the sun. And she likes to sing a little song. So we'll put our arms up and we'll go around in a circle and we'll say, I'm a little flower. I'm a little flower. And then we soak up the sun. And yes, I know that sounds like a horror movie.
That does. I'm like,
But it's
I'll never tell.
but it's
I'll
actually
never tell.
very cute because it's something about going out and getting
The first sun.
the vitamin D in that sun that also will help you. It like kicks in your melatonin to boost like later in the day, so it will
Yeah.
also help you sleep later, and then it
Yep.
also sort of helps you like refresh and wake up.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I just go and I think, what fresh hell will today bring? And I sit with that thought for a few minutes.
Yeah.
and you go on with your day.
And that's it.
Yeah.
What about you?
I wake up, jerk off probably. I mean, I'm gonna be honest.
So you're a morning
important.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a night and a day. When,
And a lunchtime.
Yeah, pretty much.
We're all just
15-minute break.
chasing that high.
First thing I do is usually lots of water in the morning because
Yeah.
I wake up like usually my sinuses are awful in the morning because of,
Always.
yeah. So I cough up a lung, get all the phlegm out, drink my water, and then I probably lay around for a little bit, and then I get up, get ready, go for my run, walk, whatever it is. And during my run and walk is when I do all of my gratitudes, all of my affirmations for the day. What?
I'm not grateful for anything.
I know. I never used to do them until
It's important.
It is. For me personally, I've noticed a difference since
Yeah.
when I set the day with intention.
All right, you guys.
I start getting grouchy. Like
Oh, I
I
do too.
notice I'm like I stop and I'm like, why am I such a dick right now? And
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah.
I haven't done my gratitude.
But
in
then
a while.
again, there are times when where I notice I'm not doing that and I'm just complaining to myself and I'm like, you know what? I'm allowed to do that once in a while.
Yeah.
I need to
Yeah.
sometimes I don't know if you guys feel the same way. Sometimes I feel like it bottles up and you just got to purge it out. And once you kind of say it, then it feels like it's done and you're
Yeah.
gone and you don't worry about it.
Something happened to me at work a couple days ago, and I was so heated about it. I called Snow White. And he was like trying to calm me down, and he's like, I think like you need to chill, and he's like, you need to just cool
Yeah.
off a little bit. And I was like, no, I will stay heated. What I want to do is stay upset.
I want to get more upset.
That's what I
actually.
said. I was like, he's like, you need to kick it down a little bit. And I was like, I'm going to kick it up. And I'm going to stay heated until
Yeah.
this situation is resolved to my satisfaction. And you know what? That felt empowering.
Sometimes you got to do that.
Sometimes you just be like,
Sometimes
no.
you got to go, you know what? Fuck you, and fuck you.
And I will
Yeah.
stay heated. And what
Yeah.
I would like to do is escalate this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
sometimes you need that.
I've learned that there's nothing wrong with that, really.
No. Yeah.
But I don't know. I just thought about, I was thinking about that the other day. I'm like, I wonder what their morning routines are. I wonder what yours, all of you out there that
Yeah.
are
Let us
listening, if you
know.
have any kind of interesting morning routine, something that you do that helps you set off the day, email at us at the king at whoinvitedher.net or DM us, who invited her
Oh,
underscore
yeah.
podcast on our
DM us
Instagram.
more. I would
Yeah.
love more DMs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get them on my private one.
Not me.
Yeah, really?
No, I never
You're
get
like,
DMs.
nope, not me.
Nope,
Nope.
never.
I do.
Nope.
I get a few.
Yeah, here
Yeah.
and there. It
Caesar,
just
how do you
depends.
feel about that?
Oh, look at How do you feel about that? No, I'm kidding. He's like, what?
He's like, I'm not paying attention. I don't listen to the show.
He's like, what? Where
Even though I'm
am
in the
I?
same room.
Where am I?
I'm in Disneyland right now. in
I
my
just
head.
thought you guys were hanging out and just talking. You mean this is an actual podcast?
Nothing's plugged into anything.
Nothing's plugged in. It's just all of a facade, you guys.
It's like, remember that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer finds all of the stuff from that talk show?
No.
And he, like the Merv
No.
Griffin show, and he just sets it up, and then he makes them pretend like they're in a talk show. And they're
Oh,
like, what
that
are you
is
doing?
brilliant.
And he's like, got cards. That's
I
what
would
this
do
is.
that. That's what this is. There hasn't been a podcast this whole time. Can you imagine? That would
4
be, like, the
years or
best
5 years,
thing
there's
ever.
nothing.
Nothing.
Oh, God, like them.
I was wondering why the laptop screen's always
I
black.
know.
Oh, yeah, exactly. I was like,
It's
oh,
just a picture. It's just a frozen
Still.
picture. Wait, you're like,
tech
I'm
is
not
never
wearing-
working.
No, never. Stupid asses. Oh my God. But since we were just talking about the whole mental health and like getting your day started, it's
What
been
a segue.
I know. It's been a week, you guys, with
It has.
celebrities, y'all passing away. We had a lot it feels like in the last week or
Yeah.
two. There was Sinead O'Connor.
Yeah.
That hurts because I'm a kid of the 90s and
Yep.
I remember her SNL performance when
my
she
God,
tore up the
she-
picture of it was the Pope.
Yep.
I remember all that and Nothing Compares to You. That first album was amazing, and it was like really like kind of groundbreaking when it came up. So that one was tough. And
Caesar's been playing it like
have you
Oh, really?
over and over.
It's
Oh,
so
yeah.
good.
I will say the song I didn't know is her remake of Evita. On
Yeah.
Cry for Me, Argentina.
one of her albums where she does I think almost all musical theater.
Yes,
It was
yes. I
actually
forgot
really
about
great.
that album.
Her voice is beautiful.
Yeah.
And I think she was always sort of open with her struggle with mental health.
Oh,
and like
yeah.
she was not treated well
No,
within the industry.
she was not. And even with her family, like, but it was, and then another one, Angus Cloud from Euphoria, was 25 years old.
Yeah.
And both of them suffered from mental health issues,
Yeah.
and that's how they ended their life and stuff. There was a video floating around of Sinead O'Connor's last, like, video she did before she passed, and it was her talking about mental health and kind of breaking down and not having the support of her family and stuff. Yeah, it was really heartbreaking.
And she was really struggling and open and honest for years about
Yeah.
how she was struggling with it and
A
how she
lot.
was not getting the help that she needed or the support that she needed. And it's really scary in that like someone so visible with so many resources
Yeah.
can still
Suffer from that.
suffer from that and not get the help that they need.
Yeah.
It's
You
even
know?
now, like I know we're in 2023 and there's still a lot of talk, but even mental health stuff is still kind of feels taboo in a way.
It's so stigmatized. It's
still just so insanely crazy, especially for our LGBTQ plus community. It seems like it hits hard, especially for the youth and for trans people right now.
And it's such a slippery slope. I was talking to someone about this, and they were saying that they had undergone a 5150 hold, which is basically when you sort of fall apart and you go in and
Yeah.
they have you on watch. But that can fuck you up for life. Like,
Oh, for sure.
You know, you can like get if you're a member of the bar, you can get disbarred from it. It goes on your record. There are all sorts of ramifications that come from it. And so it really scares people away from just being
Yeah.
like, hey, like you can fall apart in this moment and just really need help. But then even that core part of you is saying like, no, I don't want to fuck up my life long term by getting the help that I need in the short term. And that's the system really failing us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if you don't take care of it in the long term, it's going to affect you probably even worse.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get the tools to deal with it. I know, like, me and Bryn have talked about it, and even Eric and stuff. All of us have dealt with our own issues with mental health.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff. But I know there's a lot of people out there who maybe don't know where to turn. You can always call the National Suicide Prevention Hotline, 1-800-273-8255, and you can talk to somebody, or if you're in San Diego, you can just dial 988, and it's a hotline too for somebody to talk to if you're feeling down and all
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
I know,
like,
and it feels like lately with the news and everything that's going on, and you know, the one thing that stresses me out is because the weather's been crazy. I stumbled on an article. The article came out, I think it was from the UN or the global weather something, and they said we are no longer in the era of global warming. We're in the era of global boiling.
oh my God.
Yeah, and I was like, what the fuck? Talking about anxiety.
I mean, the
I
ocean
know.
is like it was literally like 100 degrees or
off
something
the
in
coast
Florida.
of Florida, yeah,
Whoa.
where it's killing all the coral.
Yeah,
Anyway,
killing the coral reefs.
Yeah, so you may need to talk to somebody if you're having
Fun
these,
podcast
I
day
know.
we have planned for you.
feeling down about it and all that. But and while we're still talking about down stuff, we lost Tony Bennett and Pee Wee Herman this week
know.
too.
Paul
Paul Rubin.
Rubin.
Yeah.
I grew up on Pee Wee Herman. That
Oh
was
my
one of my
God.
favorite.
Yeah.
And then it was Tim Burton's movie, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. I used to
Yeah, I've
freaking
seen
love
that a
movie.
million times.
Pee Wee under the big top.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my god! I used to make
love
egg
that.
salad sandwiches. Because,
No, you
yes,
didn't.
I did, and I used to I was obsessed with egg salad sandwiches. And anytime anyone was like, "Let's have a picnic," I'd be like, "Egg salad
love
sandwiches."
egg salad sandwiches.
I love them because
really
of
do.
that movie.
Really?
I
I
you ever
can't
had-
stand them.
Oh my
I
god!
love them.
I love them.
And I don't understand why, because I like mayonnaise and
how
I
do you
like
have
eggs.
Eggs.
The smell and the taste of it makes me
I
like
get that.
nauseous.
Hard
There
boiled
was-
eggs are hard.
Yeah.
There was this when I used to work for one of the companies. They had a cafe, like a family-owned cafe downstairs, and for some reason they made the best egg salad sandwiches. And I would order it all the time at lunch, and sometimes eat at my desk, and my coworkers were like, "What the fuck is wrong with you?"
Yeah.
Have you ever seen Pee Wee under the big
Yeah,
top?
bitch.
Okay, this is classic Americana.
You know what? I think my taste buds are from 1950s because I like a good tuna casserole.
I do like a tuna casserole.
You know what I mean? I like an egg salad sandwich.
Do you like the Jello with the olives
A
in
Jello
it?
mold.
No, there I draw the line at a Jello mold. No, thank you, ma'am.
I like a
I'm good.
stiff cocktail
Oh.
Yeah,
after work, served by a woman who has no rights.
no rights.
You know?
Wait, is there? Oh, well, I shouldn't talk about Melvin that way. Anyways, no, I'm kidding. That was a joke. He's gonna
Inside
kill
joke.
me if you.
He's gonna kill
inside
you.
a joke.
But Paul Rubens, I mean, do you remember him in Buffy?
Oh, hell yeah.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
The movie.
I didn't see that one.
Oh, and when he died,
God.
the dying scene, one of the best dying scenes ever.
Oh, God, that's the best.
God.
My arm.
Yeah.
Kill him a lot.
Kill him a lot.
Yes.
Isn't that great?
He's so great. Remember when he got canceled for no reason?
Yeah.
Because he was showing his privates over at an adult
An
movie
adult
theater.
Jerked
theater.
off in an adult
And who
theater.
gives a fuck?
I think in this era, we're like, who cares?
Oh
like
my
that's
If
so,
that
God.
like that's so nothing in this
Nothing.
era.
They made him seem like he was
Yeah.
a pedophile.
Can you imagine if that happened now? People would be like, "That's a Saturday night for me."
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
mean,
care.
Good for him.
You're around
That's
other.
what they're for.
If you're around
like that
other
sounds
adults,
healthy.
Yeah,
you're around
exactly.
other adults in an adult environment,
Yeah.
doing adult things.
Have
Who
at
gives a
it.
fuck?
Yeah, that
You're not
poor-
hurting anybody.
That poor
I
man.
know,
But he
poor
made
guy.
it back.
But he
So
had
sad.
a long battle with cancer too.
Yeah.
Poor guy. And then Tony Bennett. I mean, I grew up on his music, and then he had that resurgence with Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga.
Lady Gaga. Did you hear the rumors about the Joker movie and how the cinematographer he kept trying to she was ignoring him or something
I heard
until he started calling her
Harley Quinn or Lee or something.
short
Yeah.
for Quinn. Then she would respond because she was so in character because she's method.
All right, Daniel Day-Lewis.
I was like, girl, calm down. Calm down.
Man, it was just like when she was in that Gucci movie, which I finally watched, which
Yeah.
was truly an experience.
It is.
But she was saying that whatever Gucci the woman would send hordes of flies after her and stuff, and I was like, what is it like to be a celebrity?
Yeah.
Truly, where you could just
like-
make these things up in your head, and
And
then
you're like, it is real.
and
It's
no
real.
one is saying no to. No one's saying,
No.
"Calm down, Stephanie."
Yeah, calm down. Calm down.
Steph.
Stephanie.
Listen
Steph.
to me, Steph.
Have another drink of
Calm
your
down.
latte.
Yeah,
Calm down, okay?
Calm down.
Go write another ballad.
She's good at those, though.
I know she is.
Is she?
God damn.
Not
Why,
the
do you
top-
think she's
not
lost
the
her
Top Gun one?
No,
wasn't-
that was
not a good
awful.
ballad.
I don't recall that.
Oh, God.
Oh, it was not
But
good.
speaking of, since we're talking about musicians, finally stopped teasing us and edging us for the last couple months. Kylie Minogue.
Oh,
I thought you were going to
yeah.
say Rihanna, and I was
No,
like,
it's
she's
like-
having her residency in Vegas.
I know.
I would love to go see
I
her.
We should go.
Absolutely
So
go.
it
Oh my
starts
God.
in November, I believe.
to
in
January.
January.
Yeah.
Oh,
Which-
wow.
Our birthday month.
It is.
That's what
We
I want to
should
go
do
for.
it.
Yeah.
I would love to see
That would be
Kylie
amazing.
Minogue
Kylie
in Vegas.
Minogue. Oh, my God.
But yeah, she let me see if I can pull
She
it up.
hasn't done a U.S. tour in 10
Ever.
years.
Forever, yeah.
Yeah, Aphrodite, I think, was the last
Oh.
album she did.
Yeah,
it for.
Kylie
Yeah.
Minogue.
Yeah.
announces Las Vegas residency, and fans are losing it.
I love
she
the
was
title
teasing
of what
it for
you
me.
brought up, which is A Journey to Mecca for Gay People.
It is. I can't wait.
Yeah.
Where is she gonna be at? Do you know?
The
Vegas.
Venetian, I believe.
She is gonna
Oh, I
be
love
at
the
the
Venetian.
Voltaire nightclub.
I
Is
think
that
that's
it?
at
In
the
the Venetian.
In the
Yeah,
Venetian,
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, God, I would love to see her. That
Yeah.
would be so cool.
What do they do though? Does she live there for a whole year?
That's what I'm thinking because she lives in the UK. So
Yeah.
that's a long. I mean, it's months because it's
Yeah.
fall into winter.
Yeah.
So
Do you?
yeah, she has to.
I think it'll be a good. Who that hasn't had a residency would you want to see in Vegas? Have a residency?
She's kind of last on my list.
Really?
I know,
Yeah.
I'm trying to
I mean,
think.
I
don't know.
Bet had hers, and which was
Yeah.
fantastic.
Yeah.
Celine had
Celine.
hers.
Yeah.
Even Barbara Streisand, I believe, had hers.
I
there,
think
too.
she did.
Oh,
yeah.
did
And
she?
Brittany.
Brittany.
Brittany?
Yeah.
Did
Who
Christina?
She
No.
did. Yeah.
Yeah, she
She had
did.
her
Good.
exposed tour, I believe.
Oh, that's
yeah.
I
right.
think that was there.
You know who would have Shakira.
Shakira.
Didn't J Lo had hers there
J-Lo
too?
had hers.
Yeah.
She was
yeah.
one of the first. Yeah.
Somebody obscure.
I know, just like someone so weird.
Erica
Tori
Jane.
Amos.
Erica Jane's there.
Erica Jane. Tori Amos.
She's
Live
like
show.
obscure.
Yeah, Ani DeFranco.
Ani DeFranco. No? Who is the one that's
Like
saying
a
if
little
God
bit.
was one of us?
Lindsay Lohan.
Joan.
Oh, Joe. What is?
Um,
oh God. What is it?
Can you imagine? She just sings the one song.
Just that one. Yeah. We should
show's
get all
over.
the one-hit wonders. Just that one song. What
Why
about,
not just bring all the one-hit wonders and do a concert together?
That would be-
Natalie and Brulia? Could you imagine just a million people every night, wall to wall, just 60 minutes of nothing but I'm torn? These kids
Do you guys
crying.
remember one-hit wonder Tara Kemp from the 90s?
Who?
Hold
What
Me,
song?
Touch Me all night long?
Yes.
Yes, she had one album and that was it.
What's her
And
name again?
Tara Kemp.
Tara Kemp.
And then Shanice, who saying, I like your smile.
Yes.
Do you remember
Oh.
that? Bring all of these one-hit wonders
Wow,
from the
they're
90s.
available.
They
Jojo
are.
Siwa. Go.
Jojo
Get
Siwa.
out, leave right now.
God,
Oh, what
we
about
are-
Tattoo? All the things
Okay,
you said,
yeah,
all the things you said,
say.
running through my head.
Wow, that brings up another thing. You know how Tattoo did the whole like, ooh, we're good, we're like
We're
sisters or
lesbians,
lesbians.
yeah.
The what's it called? The Island Boys just did that. The two twins, they're making out on TikTok and stuff, and now one of them is like, I'm a top, I'm gay, and I'm a top, and it's like nobody
Huh.
cares.
I don't know who
Nobody-
the Island Boys
They
are.
were like this TikTok fame thing. They annoying. They have tattoos all over their face. They're both very annoying. Ugh.
I don't understand the internet.
But yeah, tattoo.
Tattoo. I remember Melissa Etheridge was asked about it. She was like, somebody said, "What do you think about them? Like maybe sort of queer baiting?" And she was like, "Listen, if people are saying that they are lesbian and they are getting attention, I am all for it." Because there was a time when you weren't even allowed to say that. So
Yeah.
the fact that they're saying that and people are liking them because of it is a positive step for
She's
me.
like, they could come to
Yeah.
my window any day.
Aw.
Good way to bring it
Come
back.
on. That's how you do it, folks.
Yep.
And that is it. We are done today. No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that's it. Melissa, you were the first.
I would totally see like a one-hit wonder show where they
Oh,
just
so would I.
come out, do one number,
Yeah.
And then
they're
that's
hit,
another
and
dime.
that's it.
And I'm like, good for you guys.
Good for you.
Get your free drink ticket.
Yeah, it's your free drink tickets. What is this, a drag show?
Yes, exactly. Get your comped room for the night and a couple of chips.
Hell yeah.
Aqua.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Aqua had a big surge. I mean,
Aqua.
should
That's
we
it.
talk about it?
Yes.
Do it.
So you guys, Eric and I actually, we did go see the Barbie movie. Let's talk about the
Yes.
Barbie movie. We're gonna give you our review of the Barbie
about it.
movie. Who wants? You want to go first, Eric?
Sure.
Go ahead. What did you think?
I thought it was amazing. I enjoyed it so much. I really went into this movie thinking like I'm probably not going to like it. It's a child's movie.
Yeah.
It's going to be very like simple plot line. I'm going to be able to guess how it ends 5 minutes into it. And so I also had the experience of watching it in Mexico, which was very different environment.
Oh, yeah.
And so the first time, I guess kind of spoiler, when they're dancing and she stops.
Oh wait, you
and-
should talk. Spoiler. If
Spoiler,
you guys
spoiler.
have not watched the movie, we will not spoil the whole movie, but we will spoil
Yeah.
some of it.
Yeah.
I'll spoil this one scene. So they're dancing. It's this big dance number routine that it goes like 5 minutes long, and they're all like asking like, really simple questions. And then Margot Robbie stops and she goes, "Does anybody else ever think about dying?" And then it's just silence.
Silence.
And I burst into laughter.
I did too.
That's
And
hilarious.
the entire theater was silent
Silent.
too. It was just me laughing really hard out loud.
You know what
and
I
then I
did?
got embarrassed and I started laughing harder because I was the only one laughing.
I laughed and I was like, anybody else? I mean, I know I did. Dead
I
silence.
would have laughed.
Yeah, it was
Right?
so hilarious, but
That's
it was
funny.
so that I felt really awkward for laughing at it.
God.
And at that moment, I was like, "Oh, I'm sold on this movie. This
Yeah.
is
That's-
brilliant,
yeah.
Brilliant.
brilliant, brilliant, brilliant."
I thoroughly enjoyed it. I went in with the lowest expectations because I was like, okay, is it going to just be all hype, or is
Yeah.
Greta
Gerwig.
Gerwin going to live up to her reputation? Rob Margie. I said it again. Rob Margot.
Robbie Margot.
That's what I said. And Ryan Goslinger. I'm going to say,
Ryan
shut up,
Goslinger.
Caesar. Don't laugh at me. Oh, my God.
Just the
you guys.
most famous people in Hollywood
I
right now.
can't pronounce
Tony's
your names.
like, I
I'm
don't
sorry.
care.
I don't care.
Whatever your name is,
Can you get
Garbage
the guy-
Barbie.
the Marvel guy, because I can't even get his name right.
Who?
Simu.
Simu.
Mububu?
I don't.
Simu?
I can't get his name.
Who are you trying to say?
He's the one
He's
for
the
the
other
Marvel.
Ken.
The other Ken.
He's the legend of.
Oh,
Shang-Chi?
yes.
Yes.
He was
Simu
so.
Lian?
He's so hot.
Yes.
He's so
Sorry,
hot.
he's so hot. Wait, what is his name?
He's Canadian, isn't
I
he?
actually
he?
think he was a better dancer than Ryan Gosling.
I bet.
Simu
Yeah.
Liu. Simu Liu.
Liu?
Yeah.
Simu Liu. Anyways, I went and saw the movie with my sister, who is a mom with a young daughter. It was interesting to see how the movie hit her compared to a 40-something-year-old gay man. We both enjoyed the movie thoroughly, but for, I think, different reasons. I'm going to say visually, the film is stunning.
Yes.
The sets were all built.
Yes.
Even the backdrop, they hand painted that freaking backdrop.
They ran out of pink. They caused a global shortage of pink paint.
I as somebody who does, I was like so impressed.
Yes.
By the sets
Yeah.
and the
Yeah.
cinematography,
And
even the costuming.
like the
Oh,
fit
it was
of everything she
everything,
wore was
everything.
impeccable.
Not just her, all
Yeah.
of the Barbies. The visually, the film is Greta looked at every fucking detail.
Yeah.
The Barbie homes looked like the fucking Barbie homes. It was so incredibly detailed.
And everything I've read has
wa-
had.
The shoes. You're so right. It was like, it was insane.
Yeah.
All the costumes were legit from the just
Yeah.
made from the dolls to life size. It was
Everything
so cool.
I read from her perspective has been so spot on and amazing. Like she said, the reason that Barbie floats is because kids don't take their Barbie and walk it.
No.
Your Barbie just goes from one place to the
Yeah.
next place. So
Yeah.
that's the reason that Barbie doesn't walk. That's the reason she floats. So she was so thoughtful.
Yeah.
That's what was so impressive.
I think for me, the film, as far as the plot and the story, I was like, it made fun of itself enough to be like,
Yeah.
we're making a fucking movie about Barbie.
Yeah.
Let's have fun.
Yeah.
But we're gonna sprinkle in a little bit of a political commentary.
Yeah.
And we're not shoving it down your throat. We're gonna just present you with the information. You make your decision about it. And it appealed to people who may not be fans of Barbie because it made fun of itself
Yeah.
a lot of the time.
And they even address Mattel's dark history with the owner and
Yeah, all being
tax
men.
evasion
Yeah.
and
Wow.
Barbie
and Ruth,
and
the
yeah,
original owner. Yeah.
yeah, and Barbie being is it still relevant? Is it sexism? It actually addressed its own issues, which I was
As a
shocked.
company,
I was
yeah.
shocked that Mattel allowed that.
Yeah.
I think that's the only way you can move forward.
Yeah.
I think it was very smart.
I think I love that they had a storyline with American Fiera.
Yeah.
I thought I was so happy to shut up. I was so happy to see her in film again.
She did a
I
great
love
job.
her. And I love the
Yeah.
mom and daughter
Yeah.
aspect of it. And I thought Ryan Goslinger was so freaking good as Ken.
Yes.
So I read I haven't seen it yet, and
Yeah.
I have like a lot of feelings behind my reticence to see it that I've like really tried to unpack lately.
Yeah.
This has to do with my mental health lately. But I read this thing that was like the top 5 funniest parts
Yeah.
of Barbie, and it was all Ken, and it was like
he was so good.
when he cries because he says that he doesn't like the patriarchy anymore because he thought it was about riding horses.
Yeah.
Yes.
so stupid.
And then
I think one of the best moments was when they're trying to make a point about looks and size, and they cut away to the narrator going, if you're going to make this point in a film, do not cast Robbie Mark.
Oh, that
It
yes.
was like, it made me laugh out loud. I was like, that
Yeah.
is so genius. My favorite character in the whole thing was Kate McKenna.
Yes.
Her
she's
as
hilarious.
Weird Barbie.
She was so good as
good.
Weird Barbie.
God,
And
it
I
was so
also
funny.
love that because we all had that Barbie whose hair was cut and she was drawn on and she was all weird. So like I loved that there were like different iterations
Yeah.
of the Barbie from what I've seen.
I think even people who are not Barbie fans or like, let's say straight guys who go see it, they're going to probably not be like, that was the best movie I ever saw. But I think they're going to leave it going, that was
Yeah.
fun.
At least it made me think.
Yeah, it made
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was fun.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If they have any brain cells and they're not a right-wing conservative Christian whatever bullshit. Yeah.
We did have people who sat in front of us who did not like it.
wow.
Oh, really?
And the only thing I could think of is maybe they wanted that like
Light
childhood movie, the fluff.
I'm glad they didn't
Maybe
do
they were
that.
expecting that.
It was a
like,
smart movie.
yeah.
It was fun, but I think the way that Greta directed it and the commentary and the way it showed like how men run the world and how Barbie is from another generation and has to fit into this newer generation. And how do you do that? I think she did it so clever.
Yeah.
And the jokes landed and it was good. I
She's
really
very
enjoyed
smart
it.
and a very good director.
Yeah.
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 I would recommend seeing it. I want to go see it again.
I want to see it again too.
Let's go so I can see it for the first time.
It was. You know what else was great? The soundtrack.
Oh, the
That's what I
Soundtrack
heard.
was so good.
is phenomenal.
Phenomenal.
And at first I was very offended of Nicki Minaj
Yeah.
redoing the Aqua Barbie song.
Yes.
And then fucking
But-
Azalea Banks coming for her for that.
Yeah.
Fuck-
But you
fuck
know what?
Azalea
I've
Azalea
Banks.
listened to
Banks
it
comes for
many
everyone all
I
the
times.
know. She needs.
It's
huh?
completely grown on me.
Oh, yeah.
I'm in love with the Nicki Minaj version too, and I'm like, oh, it's been reinvented just as well as
it's
Barbie
just,
has.
it's different. It's like a different
Yeah.
iteration of it. It doesn't take away from the original, but it
Yeah.
is like funny and fresher. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
What? Okay, you're like sum up your review of the movie in like one sentence, if you can.
My review in one sentence, I would say it's very thought-provoking and really smart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say it's highly entertaining. It's fun. I mean, they break out in song and dance.
Yeah.
I love that.
And they have like the Kins battle each other, which I loved. I thought that was hilarious. One thing we didn't cover, the diversity of the cast. They have a
Yes.
trans Barbie.
Yes.
They
that's
had
awesome.
gay
So
Barbie.
happy about that.
I thought that was
Yes.
Is
So
there a
cool.
scissoring scene? Because that's the
No,
only way that
they
it's
talked
true to
about
life.
they
that.
talked about.
They
It.
did.
Yeah.
If you are at home and you're saying that you did not have your Barbie scissor, you're a goddamn liar.
You're a liar. You lie.
Yes.
But no, the diversity cast with
Yeah.
just all people of color. POC people were all over this movie.
Yeah.
I love that the character of Alan that was played by what's his name?
Michael Cera.
Yeah,
Yes.
Michael Cera was. You know what else I noticed? There wasn't a villain in the film. They
Oh.
were their own villains,
Yeah.
if you think about it. Because
Oh.
Will Ferrell, you'd think at the beginning of
Yep.
spoiler, is going to be the villain. He is not.
No.
He isn't even a big part of the movie. I felt.
No.
I felt his character was just there to move the plot along.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he played it brilliant.
Yeah.
He didn't try to outshine anybody. He's like, I know what my purpose is in the film, and let's do a good job.
Yeah.
So many people in this movie.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people in this
But I
movie.
thought that was kind of interesting. There wasn't a set villain.
No.
And it was themselves. They were the villain. And they
Mm-hmm.
like self-discovery and all that bullshit. But
I
yeah.
love that.
It was good. Go see it. I
Mm-hmm.
want to see it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was a very adult movie that just happened to take place in a
Yeah.
child's toy story, but it's very adult.
Robbie
Yeah, that's
Margot
what I heard.
was so good as Barbie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but she's such a good actress. In this film, like, she goes from 1 to 100. Like
Really?
yeah.
Yeah.
And the way she played Barbie, I think made Barbie endearing.
Yeah,
and
very
made her
likable.
Instead of-
relevant today.
Yeah.
And she didn't play like a cookie cutter like character. She actually put thought behind what would Barbie be like as a person. I know this sounds so we're talking about a doll, but you know what I mean. That's how I thought about the
she
film.
brought
She
a
did
lot
great.
of dimension
Oh yeah,
to
it
the
was
role.
great. She did
Yeah.
such a good job.
Yeah.
And I can't say like Ryan Gosling was so funny. In the
I just
movie.
the
He was
only
so
real
good.
scene that I've seen is when he
His
like, gets
body.
hurt. I know his body's insane. And I will say that if you go back and listen to the podcast, I did initially think like, what is he doing playing Ken?
Yeah.
The one scene
That's
that
a-
I have seen is when they're like talking about how dangerous his job is. And
Yeah.
he's like, he's not even a lifeguard like people think. And he's like, my job is just beach. And she's like, and what a great job you do at beach.
Beach.
And he's like, thank you.
Thank
And
you.
I was like, that, he's so committed.
He was so good at it.
Yeah. It was very good.
I go see Barbie. I want to see it again. It was a really good movie, you guys.
Yeah.
But we're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we have some local news we want to cover, and then some other fun stuff. We'll be right back, you guys.
Wait a second, do you hear that? It's the sound of your wallet crying out for help. Because you need a great hosting service for your podcast, but don't want to break the bank. Well, have no fear, because Blueberry Pro Hosting is here to save the day. And not only that, they are offering our listeners a special deal. That's right, with the code WIH, you can get your $100 Blueberry Pro Hosting setup fee waived. And don't worry, their support team is always available to answer any onboarding questions you might have. So, what are you waiting for? Get your podcast hosted with Blueberry Pro Hosting today and start sharing your stories with the world. And remember, use the code WIH at checkout to get your setup fee for free. Thanks for listening.
Okay, let's do this. Barbara, please.
And that's going to be stuck in my head all night now. Papa,
I know.
please.
Wait, we'll do it.
I talk to Flynn like that sometimes.
Okay, now we're back.
I go, Flynn, please.
Hey, everybody. We're back for break. Barbara, please. We were talking about Mommy Dearest
Yes.
and how Mr. Caesars fell asleep
He fell
twice.
asleep. I tried
How?
to get him to watch it.
It is the most riveting.
Yeah.
Like every second is so fraught.
Yeah, it's
with
so
tension
camp.
and
so
camp.
too. Yes.
And, we remember our first episode of our other podcast we used to do. We did a whole episode on
We
my
did an
Mommy
episode
Dearest.
on
Yeah.
Mommy Dearest.
God, we went deep in that one.
Oh, so
Yeah.
that was like, and I watched it
I
twice
love
in a
it.
row. I watched it once sober, and then I watched it right after with martinis.
He fell asleep at the swimming scene, which is
What?
like such
What?
a great scene.
Ah.
I will always beat you.
yes.
Yes.
Tina, bring me the axe.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
And I was saying it was one of the. I was looking at him, looking at the movie, looking at, and then when she said, "I will always beat you," and like no reaction, I'm
And he's
like,
asleep. You're like, thanks.
I've also been told I'm a horrible person to watch movies with because I will watch you watch the movie.
yeah.
I'm just like,
I do the same thing. Like when I introduce somebody to a new movie, I'm like, "That's funny, right? It's
This is
funny.
it.
Funny. Yeah, so we can watch it.
Where I'm like, shut up, this is it,
This
shut
is
up.
it.
They're just sitting there. I'm like, watch it.
I did that when I introduced Melvin to Tuong Fu, Julie Newmar. Thanks for every. Oh my, Julie Newmar. Is it? I forget that Tuong Fu.
Yeah.
Tu Wong Fu from With Love,
From
Julie Newmar.
something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah,
I was like, I just
love
thought
that.
I was so lucky to have a
Even-
friend with an Adam's apple.
Now, have you seen that one, Caesar? I know. I can't wait.
The one on the list I want to try is Whatever Happened to Baby Jane, because
Oh
that
my
is
God.
That is the biography of my twin brother and I.
because that is so camp. Like you can't watch that and think like this is just normal
Yeah.
reality.
I
life.
really one year I was like, Manny, we gotta do Joan Crawford and Betty
Oh,
Davis.
why
Yeah,
didn't
I
you?
know.
You never did?
No, we never did it.
Which one would you
That's the
you'd be
question.
I don't know which one.
I would be Betty Davis. Man.
Yeah.
Put that cripple
I'm
old lady.
writing a letter to Daddy.
Oh God. Ooh. But you are, Jane. You are in that chair.
Wow, we're old.
I was old when I was born. So.
I think I was too. I think I was
so.
just like came out and I was just like, hey.
I was just ready.
I was like
Hey,
a
let me be-
17-year-old
Were you?
watching that movie, and how many 17-year-olds really enjoy that movie? All the gays.
Yeah, and we know that based on our podcast that we did, I watched a lot of
movies.
inappropriate movies. I saw the movie when I was truly in elementary school.
Which one? Baby Jane?
Baby Jane,
Oh, yeah.
all of them.
Yeah.
But that's my dad loved
And
movies.
it was like launched as a horror movie too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, when
Yeah.
you watch it now, it is
Yeah.
horror. You know, isn't
it's a
isn't
great
aging the scariest thing of all
Isn't
for all
it?
of us
It
in
is.
America?
I mean,
today?
look at this face right now.
Oof, I've had some work done.
We know. It looks great.
Thank
Death
you.
becomes her. That's
Oh,
my future.
that.
When are they going to turn that into a stage
And
show?
now,
And
warning.
now a warning. I can
And-
see right through you.
And truly, what I want, ideally, is that you guys dress up as Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep, and I am Bruce Willis one year.
But we're the ones who go to the funeral at the end.
Yeah,
with
exactly.
The spray paint and the
with the
shellac.
spray paint and the shellac. And I'm like,
I want to be Goldie Hawn in that movie in her fat phase and just eat
The frosting.
the whole time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
just
That's what I wanna do.
rewinding.
Yeah.
We have gone so
So
far.
off the rails. God damn it. Anyway, should we get to some local
Yeah.
stuff happening in
Sure.
San
Let's get to
Diego?
the podcast.
Hey.
You know what? I did want to bring up something a little serious, but so this, when we record, this will be coming out probably tonight, this Wednesday. But this coming up Saturday, the 5th, there is something happening in San Diego that everybody in our LGBTQ community needs to go out and support. So there was this post by Incel Squad, aka the Proud Boys. Did you see this?
Incels, which
Incels.
stands for
I forget what it is. Incels.
involuntarily celibate.
So they put out a post that they are planning to go protest the drag queen story hour that is happening at the new Children's Museum down on 200 West Island Avenue here in San Diego at 10 a.m. this Saturday. So there has been a ton of Instagram posts from local people here in the community calling all of us to go out and drown out the hate with love. What are they? Rainbow Warriors. Go out there and so show your support for Drag Story Hour and drown out those fuckers.
Yeah.
It's
So
so
if you-
disgusting.
it
It's
is.
like
It
all
is.
of the things
The
that you
fact
could
that
be
we gotta
doing.
even talk about it.
You
You're gonna spend your Saturday protesting a drag queen reading children's book to children. Really?
Right.
Yeah. So if you are in San Diego, this Saturday, 10 a.m.
Yeah.
The new Children's Museum down on 200 West Island Avenue. Go and support the Drag Story Hour, even if you're outside blasting whatever gay music to drown out all the hate.
And
Drown
also-
out the hate with love.
Yeah, and especially like if you're a parent, even if you can't go, send messages to contact the new Children's Museum
Yes.
and let them know that you support
Absolutely.
this, even if you can't be there physically. Part of this is like an intimidation technique to get organizations to stop partnering, to stop doing this. So even if you can't be there physically to support or combat the hate, send messages, send emails. We should probably try and find their contact information.
Yeah.
And just let them know that you are here in the local community and that you do support these drag queen story hours and you support the local LGBTQIA community and that you feel that our children are lucky to have these people come down and volunteer, to give their time up to come
Yeah.
and be there and help educate our children because those fucking incels aren't. So at least go and just send them messages of love and support and tell them that what they're doing is correct and right and just sort of shore up your support so that they aren't not that they would be, but that they're not intimidated to stop the program altogether, because that is really these incels game, is to bully our local organizations into just stopping it altogether, and that sucks.
And if you want to contact the new Children's Museum, their email is info at thinkplaycreate.org. Or you can call them 619-233-8792. Even if you want to get information about the Drag Queen Story Hour, and go take your children and support it. I say, why not? Like, do it. Do it. It's part of our community. And just stop the hate. When I read about this, I was like, really? We're in 2023, and this is what we got to deal
and
with?
in San Diego, too.
In San Diego. I'm like, God, and with the Proud Boy, I'm like, get the fuck out of here. Oh, God, it makes me angry.
It's like there's so many positive things that you can.
And that's
put
what you choose.
This is what you choose to do,
Fuck
and you're gonna like fucking. These dickheads won't wake up at 10 a.m. to help their mom take the Hot Pockets out of the oven, but they'll wake up to go, down.
You mean the microwave?
The microwave.
Yeah, they're not. That's not an oven. Yeah,
they got to be the most miserable, unhappy people in the whole world.
They're not doing their gratitude journals every day.
They are not
drinking salt.
They're not looking up at the sun.
They are not looking at the
blue
sun.
sky.
They are in a basement.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
But go out and support 10 a.m. this Saturday, August 5th, the new Children's Museum down on 200 West Island Avenue. But since we're talking about some local stuff, one of our past guests, one of my favorite guests we've ever had on the show, Miss Flamey Grant. Did you hear about Miss Flamey Grant? So if you guys haven't listened, it was a couple episodes ago. Miss Flamey Grant, singer-songwriter, drag queen here in San Diego, released her Christian album. And this week, her album, Bible Belt Baby, hit #1 on the Christian on the Christian album charts.
Christian album and #1 Christian song, too.
On the iTunes, Billboard, all of that. Yeah.
That's amazing.
She hit #1. The album hit #1. I was I messaged Flamey and I was like, I am so proud of you. I felt such pride because I am such a fan.
Yeah.
And we know Flamey personally. And when you see somebody so talented as Flamey and so kind as a person and so generous and just really put their soul out there in that record, and to see them get this much publicity and
support.
It was amazing. I was so genuinely happy for her.
She was featured in like
People Magazine,
the website, and
oh my God, that's
news.
amazing.
Kristen Chenoweth reposted her. Michelle Visage reposted her.
Yeah. It's so cool. And she was on our show. I know. Isn't that cool?
That's amazing.
Yeah. And Newsweek did an article on her.
Yeah.
And everything. And it's, if you are not following Flamey Grant, go follow Flamey on Instagram, because Flamey's been posting besides being a brilliant musician and singer-songwriter, the clapbacks on the comments.
Love that.
I was like, release these comments in a book
of
poetry or something, because they are genius.
She sat down with a couple glasses of wine and just went to town on
and
that is what you need to do.
Some of these reads were incredible. I want to
Yeah, because some of the vitriol that gets, again, people with too much fucking time on their hands. But here's the thing. It's like, baby, if you got time, I'm going to make time too.
Yeah.
And Flamey on
put you in your place.
On her Insta was like, this is my therapy. It's like my release.
I love that.
And it was, I'm so very proud of, and when she was on the show, like, I was trying not to fangirl. But you know how much we and Eric,
you were legit, like,
I've been a fan. I just love it. So some of these clapbacks, I'm just like, Wait, let me see. So there was one, and it was, this is a visual one, but it was with a Karen wig. A little meme, and it said, no way. And her reply was, I have a wig just like that. I thought it was hilarious. You can't sing at all, somebody posted. And she said, well, duh. I've never heard the song at all. I wouldn't need to learn the sheet music.
That is hilarious.
It was, why does she want to be a Christian artist? Flamey's response, why does a sparrow want to be a bird?
Oh, I love that.
Oh, but yeah, go on Flamey's Insta to read some.
I love it. Wait, can you read this?
Which one is it? Oh.
Another day.
Another day, another blasphemous account. It's only blasphemous if your God is hateful, a bigot.
If your God is a hateful,
bigoted
bigoted tyrant who can't
can't-
love his own creations. This is
Exactly.
so important. This is so important because if you were a Christian, the basic tenet of your own religion
I should wear my
is
glasses.
to love other people, you know, and to turn the other cheek and to meet people where they're at, to love them as they
Yeah.
are created. Because in your version of the universe, God created everyone. So
Yeah.
for you to say that her existing is blasphemous, or for you to say that someone in the LGBTQIA community cannot have a relationship or love God, is you turning your back on your own religion. So I love that she said that, because that is so fucking important, because the basic yes.
That was an accident. I didn't mean to push it.
I know.
I was actually gonna push that.
But it's like, it's such bullshit. I don't really think that. But it's like, it's
It
such
is.
bullshit.
It's
Like, your
such
whole
bullshit.
religion is based on love and acceptance.
Yeah.
And you're going to say, like, well, not you.
You,
Yeah.
not you. Yeah, for people, all the Christians and people who claim to follow the Bible, who have that mentality, they are the farthest from being Christian
Yeah.
or following God's word.
and they
all that
pick and
shit.
choose what parts
Yeah,
they
it's
believe
such
and what parts
bullshit.
they support and throw at you.
Yeah.
So
And but back to Flamey, if you guys haven't listened to Bible Bell Baby, it is actually genuinely such a remarkably good album. And
go to your
well-written
iTunes
and,
chart and
yeah.
look at for
Heck,
the number
heck
one
yeah,
gospel
dude.
Christian album.
There
I
it
like
is.
that.
It's Flamey. Just so proud of Flamey. That is just
Yeah.
awesome. Yeah.
And well deserved. That's
Well,
amazing.
very, very, very well deserved.
Amazing.
Other thing in San Diego is it was announced by San Diegoville that Hamburger Mary's is actually officially coming to San Diego.
Wow.
What's happening?
At the Martinis branch. But
Martinis.
one of our listeners put a comment on our post
Yeah.
and said that I shouldn't tell, that San Diego Villa shot the guy, or what is it? What's the saying?
Oh.
Jump the horse?
Just
Yeah.
Jump the shark.
Jump the gun.
Jump the gun, jump the horse, jump the shark.
I'm leaving. I'm done with the podcast. I quit.
Jump the gun.
Jump the gun.
And that the previous owners of Martini's Buffet pulled out of the deal. I don't know if that's true or not. We haven't heard a rebuttal from San Diego. Am I saying that right?
Excuse me.
San
San
Diegoville.
San Diegoville.
Yeah.
If they rebutted the story or anything. So
Huh.
I don't know.
I'm very interested of how
I
that
am
fits
too.
in with our community, and it was previously already here. Now
Yeah.
it's in a different
It
location.
used to
Yeah,
be
yeah.
right
Yeah.
around the corner where Urban Moe's used to originally be Hamburger Mary's, where actually a little history, our old producer, my ex, producer Rob, used to work there at Hamburger Mary's, and that's where I
Producer
met
Rob
him.
worked at Hamburger Mary's?
Yeah, before
Yeah.
it was Urban Moe's. And he got
Really?
remember when he told the story on the show where he got locked in the freezer with Tiffany,
Yeah.
the singer, and she wanted to make out with him or something? Yeah.
Yeah.
It was at Hamburger Mary's.
Yeah, when Rob was a twink model.
Yeah.
Oh.
Back in the day.
Tiny Rob. I
So
love you,
it'll
Rob.
be-
That's so hard for me to imagine.
So it'll be very interesting to see Hamburger Mary's coming back to San Diego
Yeah.
after, God, at least 30 years or something like that.
It's also interesting because I think Martini's is not a place. It's a destination location because you can't really see it off the street because it's
No.
high up. So it's not something that you stumble into. So they're going to have to, I think, work really hard to provide some kind of shows and entertainment, which is, it'll just be interesting to
It's
see
a
how it works.
Very intimate space.
Yes.
Unlike some of the other, like the WeHo Hamburger Mary's, and even the one in Denver where I've been to, it was a very open concept. So.
I
Yeah.
mean, all do, but Hamburger Mary sort of works on name recognition and being in a space where not a lot of other competition exists.
Yeah.
So, especially like in Moe's universe, in here, there has been such a thriving community that everyone has cultivated so many cool, unique sort of shows.
Yeah.
That I think Hamburger Mary's is more of like a one size fits all.
Yeah.
Like, here's
Interesting.
the drag show, here's what you do. So it'll be interesting to see.
As somebody who's been in this community a very long time, I am very excited to see something else come into Hillcrest that's nothing bad against Moe's Universe. We love Moe's Universe and all of it, but it's variety. It's great to have variety in our little.
Yeah.
And I think we lost a lot of places during the pandemic.
Yeah.
And even so, it is so cool, no matter if it's Hamburger Mary's or whatever, just to have another gay space.
I still keep eyeing that Fiesta Cantina location of what we're going to put there. When
I remember there was a rumor running around that High Tops, the sports bar
I
from
heard that
WeHo,
too.
was going to go in there, but who knows if that's true.
I would love a lesbian bar.
I know. Is it a lesbian bar?
No, but
No, I
she
would
would
love
like
to
one.
have
That's why not put another lady bar in there?
Yeah.
People
We
don't.
should. What would you call it if you opened your own?
Ooh, what would I call it? I don't know. Mean Girls.
That's already trademarked. You can't do that. No,
can't.
what would I call it? Oh, I don't know. What would
I
you
don't know.
call
I have to like
lesbian
think
name?
about this. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you can't do Scissor Sisters.
No.
No.
And that's also not a thing that really happens.
No?
Nah.
No.
Pillow Princess.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Pillow
Pillow
Princess.
Princess. That's
I
a good
like
one.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would just call it
like
Dykes.
Workshot. That was my first thought. It was like, gay women come here.
Yeah. Why not? Like, why not?
Yeah.
Own it.
The
Be it.
lesbian bar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Al's. Just call it Al's.
Lesby friends.
Lesby
Lesby
friends.
friends.
Actually, I love that. Lesby
We have
friends.
a winner. Ding,
Yeah,
ding,
yeah.
ding,
Lesby
ding, ding.
friends. That's what we're gonna name our lesbian bar that we're gonna open up.
I love it.
Our lady bar is gonna be like Lesby friends.
We just call it the Lady Bar.
Or the lady bar. I even like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do I.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Oh, we need more lady bars.
Yes, we
Yeah.
certainly
We
do.
really, really do need more queer spaces.
It's
for
really,
women.
really tough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what's not tough?
What a segue.
What is that?
We are gonna do our Peak, Pit, and Buffalo of the week. For anybody who
Yes.
doesn't know what that is, it's kind of a newer segment we do. So we're gonna go and say what is our our peak, the
Best part of your week.
pit, the lowest part of your week, and an unexpected surprise of the week. Who wants to go first? Nobody? Okay. You had the whole fucking
I
episode.
know, I
to
didn't
think
know.
about it.
But we're changing it because this is now of the week and not of the day.
Yeah,
so
the
now
week.
I'm
I like
incorporating
rather
more-
the week.
more days.
I'll go first.
Yeah.
And the week starts from, let's say, Sunday to Sunday.
Yeah.
So my peak of the week, I have two. The Barbie movie with my sister, because it was just me and my sister that got to go. And we never really get alone time without the kids and the husband
nice.
and
Yeah.
friends and all that. So it was really just fun to hang out with just my sister and us and just hang out. It was very cool. The other one is no, I'm gonna save that for my unexpected. The other one is last night. I had a very nice night out with my friend Melvin. We hit up Taco Tuesday at Betty's and then Uptown. Shout out to both of those places, and we had such a good time. We were at Betty's and we were sitting right next to Paris from Inside Out.
Oh, okay.
Local
Yeah.
drag queen came in and sat next to us, chit-chatted. It was
Love
just
that.
really nice. We had a
Yeah.
good night. And the weather was great. There was like a lot of people out and stuff. We had it was just a cool, chill Taco Tuesday night. Those are my two peaks. My pits of the week would be, I don't know if I have a pit yet.
You're allowed to do that. You're allowed to just have a good
Oh.
week.
Am I?
Okay.
Yes.
I say work is a pit. It's been a little stressful lately, but I think my Buffalo, which is the unexpected thing this week, I got a phone call on Tuesday, or what's today? Wednesday. We're recording on Wednesday. Yesterday afternoon, and it's from my sister, but my sister didn't answer the phone. It was my nephew, who is 3 years old, Van the Man, calls me and he's like, Theo, yeah, can you come over tomorrow? And I'm like, whoa, why do you want me to come over? Can you come over and play tomorrow? And I hear my sister in the background, like, because he didn't know what to say at first. She's like, ask Theo what you want. And he's like, and I was like, no, buddy, I can't. I got to work. And he's like, oh, okay. Well, when are you going to come over and play? Because I was there on the weekend. And I was like, on the weekend. And I hear him turn to my sister and goes, what's a weekend? And my sister's like, Saturday or Sunday. And he's like, oh, okay. That was it. That was like just an unexpected call from my nephew asking me to come over and play.
He just loves you.
Yeah.
That's so
It was so
sweet.
nice. Okay, what about you guys?
Okay, so my peak was I took my daughter Flynn to see the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie last night.
Oh.
And we were like initially gonna invite some people, and I was like on like a call, and I was like, oh, like so I started to say, do you guys want to come to this movie with us? And Flynn goes, no, I want it to be just you and me.
Oh, how sweet.
And it was so sweet. So then I have this vintage Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt from when I was a kid, and she wanted to wear it. So we put the shirt on her. And then we did that thing that is just like so unhinged where we went and got udon and snuck it in.
I love that.
I love
We
that.
just like
That is so funny.
not a movie theater friendly.
No, that's
type
not
of,
easy to
No.
sneak
Nope, we put it under a blanket. I put a bunch of her stuffies on top of it. And I was like, she just wants to be comfy for the movie. And we
Clever
full
mom.
on things of udon with chopsticks and like.
You're like the best mom ever.
in. Yeah.
And then we sat together and we watched Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was so good. It was so funny, and we genuinely just like had such a good time, and we laughed and we ate udon, and everyone next to us was like looking at us.
Jealous
and you
of
could,
your
like,
udon.
smell it.
They're like, yeah,
Full on.
bitches.
They're just like,
I
what?
could just see Flynn like, ooh, it's good, isn't it? You can't have it.
She was like slurping, but it was cute. And so my buffalo is like in conjunction with that is that she did that thing that I do, which is where she wants to share laughs. So
Yeah.
there was this like older man. He was probably like in his like mid 30s, like not older, but you know, older.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Older to her.
Oh, I meant older to her. Like
Okay.
it wasn't. She's
So I'm
8.
ancient to her. I'm
No.
like the mummy.
Yeah.
I'm
She-
like the crypt keeper.
You're not another child.
No.
No. So she kept looking over at this guy, and she kept doing the thing where she was like looking at him. She's going, and she was looking at him like they were enjoying the
Yeah.
movie together, and she was
Yeah.
talking to him. Like they would say a funny line, and she'd be like, "Oh my god, did you hear that?"
That's funny, right? Dude, that's funny.
I was like, "Oh my god, it's me!"
It is.
It was like that was my buffalo. It was like a tiny me.
Too funny.
That's
it was so
great.
funny. And she's eating udon noodles with chopsticks, and she's looking at this guy. She's like, Raphael's my favorite.
Funny guy, funny guy.
It was so funny. The theater was packed. And then my pit, I guess, would be that, like, I don't know. I feel like people are having a hard time right now.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
work and my friends. And I feel like there's a lot of stuff going on right now. Like people are really, and I hate doing this. Like,
Yeah.
the collective vibes are down, maybe.
Yeah, it's retrograde
Yeah.
and
But
Mercury and,
truly, yeah,
and
Mercury,
Pluto
Mercury's in
and
Gatorade.
Neptune is in
Mercury's
know.
in Gatorade.
Jax
Yeah.
Taylor said that on Vanderpump Rules. But I feel like it has been like a really down time for people lately, and
Yeah.
I feel like
I agree.
Yeah.
that's hard. It's hard, and I've been down a
Navigating
little bit.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like you said, it's a collective down, so it's not just you're not going through
There
it by
is-
yourself.
Yeah, there is some
Right.
sort of like
Yeah.
solace.
Like, yes.
Just having a fucking hard
Jesus
time.
Christ.
It's not just
Welcome
me.
to the depressing
Yeah.
podcast.
Get in, bitch. We're having depression.
Get in, grab a snuggie and pull up a beanie or what is it?
Get in, loser.
Sorry.
We're taking our Xanax.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus Christ! What is it from Two
On that
Food?
note, I'm going to start
Yeah,
with
do-
my
yeah.
pick.
To get in bed as I got as a ride in Spidersville. Do you remember that? Fred?
Yes.
Go ahead.
I don't know what that means.
Sorry.
From Tuong Food.
Oh, yes.
Okay, go ahead. What is
All
your
right,
peak?
So
pits
I'm going
in
to start with
Buffalo?
my pick because that's
Okay.
the darkest one. I got laid off this week.
Wah, wah, wah.
So
Where's
if you
my
need an
sad-
email
Do I have
marketer,
sad music?
let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah. That happened
Sucks.
Monday. Yeah.
Oh wait, no, that's not sad music. Hold on.
Tony.
How about- No, that's not sad music.
That's
Is that appropriate?
that
In a
kind of feels
spy
like the
movie. Okay.
Twilight Zone.
Twilight? The walls are closing in on you.
no, I'm trying to find the right. How
Wow.
about wait?
Is this your buffalo right now? That Tony,
Jeez,
is,
this
Tony can't underscore your pain appropriately.
Buttered halibut.
That's how your week feels.
That was it.
Like
That
butter
was-
halibut. Miss
Butter
Cookie
halibut.
There. Butter halibut.
My peak was, which technically was Saturday, not this week, but
Yeah.
it traveled into Sunday. We went to a Super Mario themed
Oh, I saw
birthday
that.
party for our friend Syed,
Brown
who's been on the
Delicious.
show,
Yeah,
Brown
Brown
Delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah, and so we dressed up as Wario and Waluigi.
Oh, I saw
love
that. You
that.
guys
yeah,
are cute.
it was so much fun. We were
love
sexy
Wario.
Wario and sexy Waluigi.
Were
I
all the
love that.
straighties trying to try on your guys' harnesses?
They were just well, this time it was the straight girls, and they were like, "We're so excited you're here. You look amazing. You guys always kill it every year." And I was like, "Wow, that's a lot of pressure.
That's so
you
much
just put
pressure.
on me."
It's all Caesar. You know
Jeez.
Caesar's the one who planned
Caesar's
all
already
the outfit.
booking, yeah.
You had
100%.
You just woke up that morning,
Yes.
stuck your arms out, and it was
Yes.
like Caesar was like little butterflies
Yes.
dressing you.
100%. Yes.
We know the deal.
Yeah. But it came out great though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we
you-
were a hit.
Let me see.
Where was
and-
our invite?
I don't know.
What would you have gone as superheroes? Was it Mario?
Mario themed.
I would have
No,
gone
that's
as
gay.
Yoshi.
That's
yeah,
gay. I
there
wouldn't
was a
have
lot of like really like one of them was the Mario Kart final lap cloud. That was a really
That's
good
cute.
and
That's
like
funny.
held. It was on a fishing line and the sign said final lap. And
That's funny.
yeah, there
or
was
I would
some-
have gone as like the little green plumbing line.
oh,
that's
no one was
cool.
that. That's a.
I
good
would have
one.
just been a coin
Yeah.
No one was a coin
or
either.
or a glowing question mark.
Yeah, no one was
was
any of the
Oh,
boxes.
Yeah, look at you.
Yeah,
Yeah,
all.
that's a
Yeah,
good
you
one.
could-
I would be just like I'm questioning my gender.
Love that.
Glowing. Okay, what is your pit?
No, Buffalo.
Buffalo,
My
sorry.
Buffalo was actually Sunday evening. We went to the new peninsula. Wow, I can't.
Use
I'm
your
like-
words.
Yes, we
Oh
went to
my
the
God, you sound like
peninsula.
me.
I know Peninsula Mall in TJ, and
Oh.
we
Oh.
walked around and shopped and had a very nice dinner there.
Aw.
And none of it was planned. We were actually just.
Isn't
meeting-
that the best?
Yeah, and
love
we
that.
had such a nice night. Yeah,
That's so cool. That was like last night. It wasn't planned.
yeah.
And it was just like Melvin was like, "Do you want to get margaritas?" I was like, "Yeah, let's go, boy.
I mean,
let's
yes.
do it." Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
And it ended up being a really cool night.
yeah. I love
Okay.
that.
Look
We're
at us
gonna
living
finish
our
it off
lives.
with. We haven't done this in a
Oh.
while. Let me pull it
I
up.
actually forgot this music.
I know, me too, when I was looking it up. For anybody who doesn't know, it's time for Click of the Week. And this is the segment we used to do. We haven't done this in a while. It's something we are obsessed with, and we want you to be obsessed with it too. Do you want to go first?
I'll go first.
Go first.
So I got sick this week, and I just like
And
lost
she wants
my voice.
all of you to get sick too. No.
No, I told you guys. I
Yeah.
messaged. So I lost my voice, and I was like, okay, I'm gonna like.
Did you lose your voice or were you silenced?
Were you silent or were you silenced?
Right.
That was both. And I watched this show on Peacock called Killing It with Craig Robinson.
Oh.
And it has
okay.
Snow White watched it with me, and he was like, if you were to have just told me the premise, I would have thought this is so dumb. But he came in the middle of me watching the first episode and sat down and was like, oh my God, this is amazing. So Craig
Yeah.
Robinson, you know, from The Office and like from being a very funny comedian, plays this man who, through like circumstance, becomes embroiled in a snake catching contest in Florida.
Oh, I'm sold. I'm
and this
sold.
is a
That is
real
weird.
this is a real thing. So many people bought God, I can't remember, it's like python, it's like Burmese pythons as pets, and then like either flush them down the toilet or let them loose. That Burmese pythons have become like an apex predator in Florida. they're killing everything. So they're not from here, so nothing kills them, but they kill everything. So they have contracted with people to go out into the swamps of Florida and kill these pythons.
No.
Yes. And so he's like in a bunch of situations where like he needs money, and he plays like this really cute, sweet single dad. And so in order to get the money that he needs to start his business up, he partners with this like really cute little Australian girl, and they enter a contest to win $200,000 by killing the most Burmese pythons in Florida. And it's really fucking weird. It's
I'm
really
sold.
so funny.
I'm sold.
There's so many, like Darcy, what's her name? The comic. There's so many great people in it that like, you know, just have like little guest spots and guest starring roles. Like every episode there's like some funny comic doing and it's
I
so
gotta watch it. What is it called again?
fucking bonkers. It's called Killing It. It's on
Killing It.
Peacock.
Okay.
It's so bonkers. Every episode you're just like, what the fuck is
going
happening? And it's
Isn't
so
that-
weird. And you'll love it. It's
I
so
love
great.
the weird shit. You know that.
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And it's so weird. And it has like really good comedians in it.
Yeah.
So like every episode you like see a comedian. You're like, oh God, I love this person. And then they're doing it. So it's so
Oh,
great.
nice.
Yeah. Killing It. Craig Robinson, Peacock.
I love that.
Nice.
I need a new show.
I know, me too, because there hasn't been really any good TV lately.
Yeah.
My click of the week is actually a band. They are called the Nicotine Dolls. I've been obsessed with them. They just released a new song called "How Do You Love Me," and the video just came out, and I love it. I think the lead singer is so hot. But on Spotify, if you read the description of the band, it kind of fits what our episode
please.
title is.
Please.
It is the Nicotine Dolls is a person or persons who choose to spend a party overwhelmed with anxiety, outright smoking. They are also a band from New York. I love that.
Wow.
Right?
Yeah.
So this is their newest song. Here, I'll play a little bit so we
okay.
don't get pulled down.
Yeah, don't.
I love them. I love his voice. The lead singer, Sam. Oh, his
Yeah.
voice is ridiculous.
I love that. Ooh. This is so you.
It is
This
so
is
me.
very
You know
you.
how I am. But you guys go give them a listen on Spotify. Nicotine Dolls. You can follow them on Instagram. It's Nicotine Dolls on there. But I don't know why. I've listened to them for a while now. And they don't have I don't think they have a full album out yet. But they have a lot. I follow them on TikTok. That's kind of how I found out
Oh,
about
yeah.
them.
Yeah.
And then follow them on Spotify, and they have different singles out. But the lead singer I found out was on America's Got Talent.
Oh,
A while back and sang
He's
one
got
of
a
the
good voice.
originals. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
really good. But go check them out, Nicotine Dolls. I
My
like them a lot.
daughter had a friend over for a play date, and
Yeah.
they were like picking songs, and they were like, "Oh, and like Bryn, you know, Flynn's mom, you can pick a song next." And I was like, "You guys don't want me to do that?" And they're like, "Why?" And I was like, "Because I just like really sad music that makes you sad,
Yeah.
and you want to be sad." And they're like, "That's sad." And I was like, "I know."
Yeah.
I know.
They're like, "Why do you want to be sad?" And I was like, "Wait till you're an adult."
Then you'll know. Wait to get to your 40s.
And I was
God
like- and
damn
then
it.
the next time they were like over at my house, they were like, "Well, Bryn's mom can't play anything because she listens to sad Swedish music."
Swedish.
Swedish music.
I think I had said something about
Yeah.
like ABBA or Swedish music.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
she listens to sad
I love
Swedish
how the
music.
telephone game works.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. I was like, all right.
She likes the sad Swedish
Swedish
music.
music. Yeah,
What
that's
about
it.
you, Eric? What's your click of the week?
I definitely think we need to put that in your bio.
I
She
know.
likes her sad,
Sad
Swedish.
Swedish
Sad
music.
Swedish music. Yeah.
My click of the week is a TV show that actually ties back to Barbie. So it's
Oh.
on Netflix, The Toys That Made Us.
Oh,
And
I've
it
seen
does
that on Netflix,
yeah.
but I haven't watched it yet.
It was actually really interesting because each episode is a different kind of toy and the entire history of how it came to be and the troubles they
Oh.
had. And so the one that I thought was really cool was the Barbie toy.
Really?
And some fun
Look
facts
you
about
tying it back
I
to
know.
the first half of the show.
some fun facts about the Barbie toy is that it was actually Barbie was based off of a German comic character who she was actually a female escort. And
prostitute.
yeah, and they had made a plastic doll that
What?
that men actually jerked off to.
That's why it
And-
had to be plastic.
And it was
cleanup.
completely so there was like the Barbie movie, there was no other doll or anything that was like it. So
I didn't see her in the Barbie
That's
movie.
they
wild.
completely copied exactly dimensions and everything.
What?
Except for one thing. So if you look at the original Barbie, she has like a side eye looking down. They copied that as well. But when they brought it to the one who played
Yeah,
Rita
Ruth.
Perlman,
I
Ruth,
think her name was.
it had nipples. And she said, absolutely not. So they sanded off the nipples and they said, how about this one?
Oh my
And they were like,
God.
yeah.
And she was
So
like,
Barbie
"That's
was
it."
a sex toy?
It absolutely was. And she was based off of a sex worker. Yeah.
That's kind of funny, though.
It's like,
Yeah.
it's just plastic.
Yeah, and it was-
sex work is work.
It was interesting.
That
like,
is true.
Yeah.
Sex work is work. There should be no taboo, no shame in sex work.
And then
what I
another
think.
interesting little.
Serious? Am I wrong?
I know. You are 100% right. Yes. Also, this is wild. 'cause
This
I'm
is
I
wild.
love history. I've never heard
Another interesting thing about the Barbie toy is that they knew that this new TV show was coming out called Gem.
And the hologram?
Gem and the holograms.
I was
and it was
obsessed
going to
with
be a
that.
competitor to Barbie, and they knew it was coming out, and there was going to be a whole bunch of dolls. So they very quickly took everything they had to create their own rocker Barbie and released it weeks before Gem came out, and they
What?
destroyed the toy market for Gem. The cartoon did well,
Oh,
I love
didn't
Gem.
know
but
that.
I
I didn't
love
know that
that
either.
shit.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
I love Gem.
Toy drama.
I loved Gem. I dressed up as like Gem several years
Yeah.
for Halloween.
One year, I wanted to get a group of friends and we wanted to do the Misfits.
Yeah.
I
Oh.
think that would be hilarious.
That would be so good. We should be for that for the show.
know,
We
we
could be
should
the
do it.
Misfits.
Who would
What
we
was the
be?
guy? Rocco?
Rocco.
Hey, Rocco, yeah.
I don't remember it that well.
He was their Ken.
Yeah, he was there,
yeah.
Ken. Yeah. Gem, truly. The
True.
movie that
She
came out
Truly
chose
was
outrageous.
earrings.
awful.
Earring.
Remember the movie?
What was
Awful,
that?
awful. Had nothing to do with. There was no synergy. Nothing.
There was no synergy.
God,
Yes.
no
Yeah.
That
movie
was,
theater.
It was such an odd
I know.
interpretation
It
of it.
was
Like they were
stupid.
trying to make it too current
Yeah, it
and too
didn't work. It
contemporary,
didn't
but
work.
it's like you're only making this for us because kids right now don't know what the fuck this
Yeah.
I don't know what Gem is.
is. Yeah, like you're
It
making
could-
this for us.
Yeah.
It had
Yeah.
potential to like turning Gem and modernizing it has such potential if you do it right.
They still could.
Yeah, they still could.
They still could.
Yeah.
We
But
could
you
do
know
it.
what?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We're gonna do Gem and the holograms. No,
end the podcast right
And then on that note, that is it for us. We did it! Yay! Oh, another episode down. That was a long one. Hey, how do people find you?
You can find me on Instagram at Daddy Bear.
Oh, you can find me on Instagram at @ARealBrynMac.
There you go. And once again, you can follow the show. It's at Who Invited Her _podcast on Instagram. We are Who Invited Her SD on Facebook. If you want to follow us there, don't forget to email us at thegang@whoinvitedher.net. We love hearing from all of you. And what else am I forgetting? Go to our website. We have merch if you want to buy stuff. And if you're watching us on YouTube, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification button. And if you're listening to us on Spotify or iHeartRadio or Apple Podcasts, leave us a 5-star review because it helps us out a lot. And that is it for us, you guys. We're out of here. Bye.
Take a look